This title is not a joke. It's not clickbait. Yes, today we're talking about alien bodies that have been showcased, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid right off and say it for the record. I would not be making this video if this was some random, channel that discussed this, some 4chan post. No, today I'm going to read you the headline, okay? Mexico's Congress displays alien corpses believed to be 1,000 years old. Live streams hearing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a live stream that was hosted by Mosan TV. For those of you who don't know who this individual is, Jaime Mosan is a ufologist, a Mexican journalist, a television personality. Some would say this man is a conspiracy theorist, but this is a nearly 4-hour broadcast where, I'm not joking with you, they showcased alien bodies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to understand, I'm going to start off by saying, okay, this is like a 10th times, this is like 1,000,000 times more than what we saw last 2 months with David Grush. A lot of these UFOs popping around. This isn't like a UFO that we're discussing could potentially exist. No, this is allegedly alien bodies. Let's actually look at the footage today.
Los análisis de carbono 14. Estos seres tienen alrededor de 1,000 años de antigüedad.
Guys, that is Little Mayo. Goddamn E.T. Eyes, nose, mouth, tube face, and all. Now, obviously, the bodies are pretty mummified, as you can tell, but this is being shown 12 September 2023 in the Mexican Congress. So an actual government, okay, a governmental body showcasing what they believe to be alien bodies over 1,000 years old.
Es decir, no se trata de seres que fueron recuperados en 1,000 millones, estaban sepultados.
They got them in a whole coffin and everything, ladies and gentlemen. I assume these bodies were like exhumed just to showcase. This is what the Mexican government was sitting on. So yeah, they've got 2 bodies, one in this casket, one in this one. And they were not afraid to show live dead bodies of Alamau species. Now, of course, they released some slides today in the Mexican, stream as well, too. So you can see the head over here kind of resembles the average gray alien, okay? They've got these big circular, almost like quarter eyes, these like quarter, like it looks like actual currency. And then, of course, you've got a mouth the size of like yay big, okay? So obviously, visually, these Alamaus can stare to the heavens, but they can't eat more than the size of a Tic Tac, apparently. So, of course, even beyond that, they also released what appears to be this skeletal body of an Alamau. So you can see that they've got what appears to be a spring. What do they call those? Slinkies, all right? The things you throw down the staircase. They got slinkies for a torso. Absolutely, like, minimal skeletal structure. 3 fingers, 3 toes, and that's it, okay? And I don't know if I have to blur this out, but they've got, like aluminum titties almost. Wild shit. Wild stuff, dude. I can't believe I'm actually making this video. I can't believe that this is a video that I'm making. It's so outlandish. So, of course, I don't know what the hell this is. It appears to be the alien, like, organs inside. So maybe a stomach, a lung over here. For all we know, these could be like 3... These appear to be alien organs, okay? In underneath the slinky. Or they could actually just be eggs, according to one of these, reports, too. One of the aliens was shown. Experts say one of the bodies had eggs inside. If that's the case, we've got at least, 3 alien bodies prepping to go. But I don't know how long that's going to happen, because they've been dead for over 1,000 years, allegedly. Jesus Christ. This is insane. Maybe they have 3 stomachs. Maybe they have 3 kidneys. Maybe these are livers. Or maybe it's a whole new organ that we've just never discovered as a species. Now, of course, there were a few individuals who actually translated what these Mexican officials said. And we're going to read this together just so we can understand exactly what was going on during this briefing. So far, the Pentagon has not agreed to release this information. Okay, and allow congressmen, I assume the Pentagon is probably something, that's the United States Pentagon, the information and allow Congress to witness these biological remains here. Today we are going to present 2 beings that were recovered in Peru in a diatom mine. They are dried bodies found There are dried bodies found between the cities of Palpa and Nazca in 2017 that have been deeply investigated. So these bodies aren't exactly new. It's not like they dug them up fresh. These were dried bodies that were located all the way back from 2017. Which makes me wonder why they were brought up here, but I guess they were investigated by investigative journalists and scientists who are here today are going to make known of some of their extraordinary conclusions. So, according to them, this body over here, the conclusion that they have, we are going to discover this moment that these bodies, according to scientists, who are going to declare here are beings, not humans. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's a human being. If it is, it's some weird evolution of humanity right there. But according to back to the statement over here, they are not part of our terrestrial evolution, and that after they disappear, so it appears to be that their DNA, that these things are not any known species. So, of course, in this situation, they're not necessarily saying that these are extraterrestrial aliens that have come from outside the planet, but if they don't share any known DNA, either this is a brand new species, or they might just be aliens that died on Earth, okay? Jesus. It's so crazy how they're showcasing UFOs even as part of an entire showcase where they actually have alien bodies. Remember about a month ago, like a month and a half ago, David Grush was saying, there's there's bodies, there's non-human bodies, and they would never talk about it. Well, the Mexicans have one-upped everyone. They've actually shown the alleged bodies that are not of human origin even. That's crazy. Or even of like terrestrial origin from our planet. That literally means it's either a new species or it's outside our scope. That's crazy. So, of course, here's a close-up look. Again, eyes, nose, small, tiny mouth. Literally looks like it's from a Steven Spielberg, like, E.T. movie. It almost looks like a prop of the E.T. character. So, in this shot, apparently, it seems like one of the experts is saying that the actual DNA associated with this weird E.T. thing, 35% of it is actually unknown, which is a wild situation to even look at. And of course, these are like closer x-rays of these materials, so you can see like the pelvis is kind of jutting out. Very, very, very thin, frail looking thing. And of course, you know, these, it's got maybe it's like gonads up here and then like a set of organs down over here. And that's all people can really look at. So again, according to a translation, basically it seems Masan, who was under oath, addressed members of the Mexican government and U.S. officials. He said the UFO specimen were recently studied at the Autonomous National University of Mexico, UNAM, where scientists analyzed DNA evidence using radiocarbon dating. These specimens are not part of our extraterrestrial evolution. These are beings that were found after a UFO wreckage. They were found in diatom, which are algae mines, and were later fossilized. Insane. And of course, in the event, there was the professor Abraham Avi Loeb, who we know from the Harvard experiments where they were actually looking at, pieces of alien, or not alien, but like extraterrestrial, like meteors, like falling onto Earth. And they were actually looking through that to find materials that would never have been located on Earth. So literal extraterrestrial materials. And of course, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And of course, Avi Loeb urged the Mexican government to allow national scientists to study the possibilities of potential alien existence. So it's kind of like LK99 where something wild fucking happens. And now we need to just actually get down to proving this scenario too. Here's like more footage of like the aliens too. This is when they're like actually whipping out the caskets over here, showcasing them off. And that's the actual like mummified alleged, extraterrestrial bodies, like alien corpses, literally is what the media, the governments are calling it. So according to an actual commenter over here on one of the UFO Reddits, who actually has good, Spanish, has said that there are 3 points. They avoid the mention of the bodies being of extraterrestrial origin. So extraterrestrial, we all know what that basically means, is aliens being from, just outside Earth, okay? Literal alamals, in the traditional sense, which I guess makes sense. This might actually be from a UFO, but again, these bodies are about 1,000 years old, meaning that for them to die, they died long before, the Mexican civilization as we know today, in its current shape and form, existed. Masan claimed that they were originally debunked by people who had never even seen them in person. I read a few of the debunk links posted here and other posts to find that to be pretty accurate. The debunkers lean on Masan's history reputation and that the bodies were found by grave robbers. The forensic analyst claimed that the DNA was only 70% matched with known DNA. That means 30%. All right, that's a huge variance. Jesus Christ. Humans differ from apes by about 5%, and from bacteria, might have been viruses, don't recall, by at most 15%. Again, a 30% variance of unknown DNA is pretty massive. Again, like I keep saying, either this is a brand new species, or maybe this is actually alien dead bodies. Who knows? Again, this isn't a conspiracy theorist bringing it out. This is also backed by a fucking world government. The Mexican government is showing this in their Congress. That's insanity. Now, this is where I'm going to have to stop and just straight up reiterate that I personally don't believe these alien bodies, okay? Aside from the fact that this alien body looks very similar to something like E.T. or Eraserhead, like this literally seems like it's a prop out of a movie. Yeah, these are alien corpses, allegedly 1,000-year-old, that the Mexican government has brought up. And the thing is, they're displayed by an individual that does, in fact, have a pretty controversial past in terms of talking about these kind of situations. So again, believing it is very, very difficult. You know, this just feels like, honestly, one of the most surreal moments that I've ever seen on, you know, national television or alien history. You know, we literally went from talking about unidentified, aerial phenomenon, disappearing plane, something that kind of had that aura of legitimacy almost, and especially when it was brought in front of like governments, Congress, with actual like, you know, Air Force operators as well. This is a situation where, honestly, I'm kind of having a massively hard time believing it, but even if I do try to suspend my disbelief, just the fact that I'm looking at two alleged alien bodies in front of the world is its own... Again, it's hard to describe this moment as anything but surreal. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to ask you a question. What do you guys think about this? Obviously, do you think these are real alien bodies? Personally, I think I need a little bit more proof than that. I think we actually need to have scientists from all over the world fly in here into Mexico and start poking around on these 1,000-year-old alleged bodies, because what we are looking at over here is something that could have been a prop out of out of E.T., literally out of a movie. So let's actually see. Let's understand the physiology, the genetics, and hopefully Mexico's not BSing us, okay? But remember, this is a country where the president does actually believe in like elves and fairies and all that shit. It's a wild world, okay? Mexico is number one for entertainment, at least in this year, okay? They have. I think it's safe to say that the Mexican government outdid themselves, if this is even a distraction or whatnot, because everyone is distracted, okay? Everyone is blown away looking at alleged dead alien bodies. That said, let's back out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like today's video, let me know in the comment section below. This is me, Mutahar, and yeah, I'm out.